Hello, friends. It's me, Laura. How are you doing? Yeah, I know. All of us are pretty whacked out right now, huh? Well, I've had more than a few of you ask me about guided meditations, so I figured I'd do a bit of an intro to meditation video for you. Um, there really is no right or wrong way to do it. So don't be hard on yourself. The best thing is to have very little expectations. If you sit with yourself in silence for 2 minutes, I would say that is totally successful. If your mind wanders, guess what? It's what it's designed to do. The fact that you're aware that it's wandering is huge. So be proud of yourself for that and just be gentle and redirect yourself back to whatever process you're using. For me, it helps to have like a little corner to meditate in. Now, corner uh, can be a shelf, a little piece of a shelf, which in my apartment, that's what it is. I have a little piece of a shelf where I have some objects that make me feel calm. For instance, I have this round rock that's very smooth. Um, it just makes me feel really good. I was on the beach with a friend one day, and she's super positive and super upbeat and super sweet, and it was really, really, really windy, and the sand was blowing over all these rocks. And I reached down, and this one was almost perfectly round and so smooth and so beautiful. And I don't know, it just made me feel good. So I put that on my shelf. Um, Another rock from another uh, small trip. I guess I'm a rock person, guys. Who knew? And I just stack it on top because it looks nice. Round objects are calming for me. But I just put them there with like a little candle. Um, and it feels like a place I want to arrive to instead of like a chore. So I put them there and keep it fairly simple. Whatever you want. If you want a candle, some people like incense, some people I don't know, some people have fresh flowers. Whatever you need, just do it. Don't overthink it. Just make it a place that you actually want to sit at. You will want to sit with your hips elevated above your knees. So if that means getting a pillow and putting it on your butt and letting your knees kind of roll forward, that makes sure that your spine's a bit straighter and also keeps your circulation going. Like when your hips are below your knees, your feet can fall asleep and your legs can fall asleep, and it's, if that's happening, a little hard to concentrate on meditating. So if you're on a couch, just check in, see if your knees are way up. Stick another pillow under your tush. Make sure both feet are flat on the ground, because if your legs are crossed, you're going to have to like crisscross over again. And yeah, just make yourself comfortable. Most of all, if you need like a sweater, I like my cozy sweater. That's totally groovy. But once you are seated, I'm seated. I'm already ready. Once you're seated, imagine your pelvis is like a bowl of water, right? And if you're like, where's my pelvis? I don't know what that is. Close your eyes and kind of stick your butt out and maybe curl your tailbone in and maybe have your hips go to the right and left, maybe make some circles. Guess what? You just found your pelvis. So imagine it's a bowl of water. And you want that water to be totally straight all the way across, right? So move around until you get that line totally straight. It does help to close your eyes. It's easier to check in with your body when you don't have visual distractions. Let your legs get nice and heavy here. And once you find that spot, you've got your foundation. You're totally rooted. Then, so your tailbone is nice and grounded, take a couple of breaths. Audible, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Great. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears with an inhale. Straight back and down. One more time. Straight up to your ears, as high as you can go. Straight back and exhale. So the reason why we do it like that, instead of just pressing our shoulders back, is that there's a little bone that sticks out right back here. And if you just push your shoulders back, straight back, not only are you only compressing those muscles in the middle of your shoulder blades, but you're doing bone-on-bone compression. Like you can only go so far, and you're using muscle to try and force it. When you do this, you're clearing that bone, and you're allowing the muscles in the middle part of your back to take on some of the responsibility of your posture. So in other words, you're not squishing all those muscles between your shoulder blades and neck, which is where we also hold our stress and our attention. You're letting your entire body kind of take some of the pressure off of you. So fun fact, and you can practice that not meditating also. So breathe in, back, and let them just melt down the back body. Now your hands can be face down, they can be face up, or they can be in your lap. It's just whatever feels good for you. This tends to be taking on more the energy of the outside, energy of the day. This seems to be a bit more of an internal feeling. So really just exploring your internal topography or whatever. And here just, I don't know, let me know what you feel if your hands are like this and how that exploration goes. So once you find how you want your hands to be, your mudra to be, close your eyes gently and try and breathe from your lower belly. Check in with your posture. Try your best with your eyes closed to line your head over your heart and your heart over your pelvis. Now on your next in-breath, notice the cool air at the tip of your nose. Just observe it. Maybe on your next in-breath, notice the cool air as it travels down to the back of your throat. And maybe you can even observe it reaching your lungs. So breathing in, you know you are breathing in. And maybe, as you breathe out, you can observe how warm the breath is as it gently escapes. Maybe you can even feel it compressed from the diaphragm and squeeze gently out. So breathing out, you know you are breathing out. Next, let's add a very, very slight pause, maybe 1 or 2 beats between your out breath and your in breath. So breathe in, pause, breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. In through your nose. Out through your mouth, like you're fogging up glass. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth, like fogging up glass. Continue at your own pace. Now, if thoughts enter your mind or distractions enter your mind, it's totally natural. It's actually what the brain is designed to do. The fact that you've noticed it is actually huge, and it's a giant step in your meditation practice. When these things do arise, however, see if you can just label them as thoughts. Gotta feed the cat. That's a thought. There's a sound outside. It's a thought. Something you can return to after your practice. No judgment. Continue breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. See if you can still observe the cool and the warm. Return to your normal breathing. Maybe put a slight smile in the corners of your mouth. See if internally you can gaze at the area between your two eyebrows. Keep breathing, cool and warm. On your next inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, up and overhead like it's the very first stretch of the day. Exhale and release. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this helps. I certainly feel pretty blissed out right now. If you need any more pointers, feel free to contact me anytime. I'm happy to help. I know it's really a difficult time for a lot of us. So The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.